there's a lot of people. So that was probably the highlight of Anime Frontier for me. I guess if you're lucky, you get a bigger space, and if not, then you're sardined for the whole weekend. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janine, and today we are at Anime Frontier. Just a little bit about the event. It is a 3-day anime convention in Fort Worth, Texas. If you're familiar with Anime NYC, it is run by the same organizers. So I guess you could call this like a sister convention to Anime NYC. Anime Frontier this year is from December 6th to the 8th, and the attendance is estimated to be around 20,000 people. So this is my first time vending at Anime Frontier. I know that there's a lot of artists at this convention. I think there are maybe like 480 or something like that, maybe 480 exhibitors. So last year I attended just as an attendee, and I walked around to visit some friends. And there were a good amount of people walking around, so I'm hoping that this year is just as good. And today is day 1. We drove in this morning instead of setting up yesterday on day 0. Since we are local to the convention, we decided to just drive in this morning and save a little bit of money on like parking and gas. Yeah, there's a few new things at my table, which I will go show you. So let's head on over. Here's the table for Anime Frontier. It is an 8-foot table. The width of the table is like 2 feet, so it's a little skinny. So we had to really push my grids like towards the very end of the table so that these could fit in the front. But just a few new things. I have my Jasper plushies finally, and I made a little sign for him. And then I also have new phone charms. So these are like anime mascots plus my own mascots. I guess Terriermon really isn't a mascot, but he's my favorite Digimon, so I'm gonna add him in there. And then I also have my new Persona 5 charm and my new Dandadan charm. And these are both double-sided, so they have Morgana on the back. And then I did like a cow for this one. So those are that. And then I also have sticker sheet versions of the 2 new designs. So these are available at Anime Frontier. And then I also have these stickers that I'm giving out for free if people show me that they follow me. They can already follow me, or they can just follow me on the spot, and that'll be fine with me. And yeah, I think that's about it. Having 8 feet is really nice, and hopefully it's a good show. So it's 4 p.m. now, and it's a little over halfway through day 1 of Anime Frontier. And so far, I think it has been a little bit slow. I need to double check my numbers, but I think that I'm only like 2/3 of the way to making table, which I don't think is that much. Just comparing it to my previous convention, which was KumoriCon, I made back my expenses on day 1. And so, because my expenses for Anime Frontier are a lot less than what I had for KumoriCon, I was kind of hoping that it would be faster. So far, not as quickly as I had hoped it would be, but overall, I think there's still like a lot of people here, and it is a Friday. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes, and yeah, hopefully Saturday will be better. I think I'll still definitely make back all of my expenses, but I was hoping to make a little bit more from Anime Frontier just because I feel like people are hyping it up a lot. Yeah, I will check back in later. So if you follow me on Instagram, you may know that one of my other hobbies is that I like to knit. And so usually I'll bring a project with me whenever I go to Artist Alley conventions, just because it's a really nice thing to do to pass the time if it's like a slow show or something like that. And so today I brought this project here, but basically what it is, it's like a little headband that covers your ears, and then there's like a twist here. And so this one I brought just to show you what it's supposed to be. And then I started this other one. It's the exact same pattern and everything, but it's yellow. So I wanted a yellow one because I feel like that makes more sense with my brand. But yeah, so that's what I'm knitting this weekend. It's officially the end of day 1 now, and it did pick up a little bit towards the end, and we were able to make back all of the expenses today just on card from what I am checking. I need to double check the cash later when I get home, but for now I think it's not a terrible, like it wasn't a terrible day. I think it's just like a solid local show, and since I made all my expenses back today, then the rest of the weekend will be just cruising. In particular, I think the charms and the sticker sheets have been doing pretty good. I have my new phone charms, and the Turbo Granny phone charm is really popular, so I have to bring more of her today. I've also sold a few of my Jasper plushies, which I'm really happy about. Basically, this is his debut convention. We're just gonna wrap up the table and head out and go get some dinner with some friends. Good morning, it's 10:25 of day 2, the Anime Frontier, and we just got to the convention center. We got here a little late since we stopped to get some food before we drove into the convention center, and then it does look like there's a good amount of people walking around, but I don't think a lot of people are actually like in the artist alley, so I didn't expect people running to my table right at 10 a.m., so I thought it would be okay. Yesterday was fine. It was okay. Hopefully today is better since it's Saturday. We did have a little bit of an issue with parking. We were trying to just park in the convention center garage, and there was like a really long line to get into the garage, but when you drove around there was another line for a different entrance that was shorter, so we managed to get a spot on the 6th floor. We'll just see how today goes, and I will check back in later. I got Jasper a new friend. Unboxing video. Oh my gosh. So cute. So it is 1:40 now, and it's about halfway through day 2, and today's been a little bit better. Checking the numbers, I think I've made more on card today than what I made yesterday, so that's a great sign. I think my charms have been doing the best this con, and actually my t-shirts have been doing pretty good too. Definitely getting the same kind of attitude of like reading my Hongshu shirt, but then and like laughing about it, but not buying it. But I think that shirt is my bestseller shirt so far. I'm actually surprised. When I was making the shirts, I thought my Mayo shirt would be the most popular, but I guess I'm surprised that the Hongshu shirt is doing as well as it is. There's a lot of people in this hall, but I don't think it's necessarily translating to sales. I have talked to a lot of people who flew in, and they said that they made their expenses back on the first day, so I think that's amazing. Like, I was really worried for people who were flying in, but it sounds like everyone's doing okay, so that's really good to know. It still is feeling a little bit slow, but I think that's okay since we made back all of our expenses yesterday. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going, and I'll check in at the end of the day. Here's the next thing on the knitting agenda. I'm making a mini sweater with I have a bunch of like leftover bits of yarn from other projects, and so I think these are just fun for like ornaments and stuff. They actually take way longer to make than I thought, but they're so cute. So I'm gonna finish this up because I finished my headband. So it's almost 7 p.m. of day 2 and almost the end of Artist Alley for today for Anime Frontier. And it's been pretty good. I think it did feel slow at times, but I did do a lot better today than I did yesterday, which is great. I think my shirts have been moving pretty well here, and I think my charms have been as well. Sticker sheets I think are probably in 3rd place, and die cut stickers I think are moving like the slowest, which was kind of opposite compared to just like Kumoricon. Yeah, I'll need to double check my numbers at the end of the day to get a better idea of how I did today, but overall I'm feeling pretty good. I think the highlight of my day though was one of the guests here that I'm a big fan of, Damien Haas. He came by my booth and he bought a shirt for me, so that was really exciting. Damien, if you're watching this, I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the shirt as well as the charm. And yeah, I can't wait to see more of your videos. So that was probably the highlight of Anime Frontier for me. But yeah, and I also got to walk around a lot. Since I have a helper, they were able to watch my booth, and I was able to peruse a lot of the artists. There's a ton of exhibitors and artists here at Frontier, and so that took a good while for me. And I also was able to say hi to a lot of artist friends, so I hope that you guys are doing well at this con. A lot of people flew in, and I got some cute things. This is from Sweetie. Give her a follow. And I also got this fan of Cat. So yeah, a lot of good things. Also, just like a lot of really good talent here. I have some business cards of some artists that I want to follow and make sure to check out their booths before the end of the convention. Even if the profits aren't like super duper high or anything like that, like I think the vibes here are good. I think just because there's a lot of artist friends here, I'm having a good time and just chatting with everybody. We are gonna go close up soon and head out to dinner, and we will be back for day 3 tomorrow. Good morning, it's the morning of day 3 and the convention just opened up. Not too many people walking around just yet since the hall is so big, but I did see like a good crowd outside. I think that there's probably going to be less people just because it was easier to get parking today and just because it's Sunday. So we'll see how we do today. But anything I make today I'll be happy with. Just to mention it, the tables are 8 feet long and 2 feet wide. They're a little skinnier than like the standard 30 inches. So if you're looking to vend at Anime Frontier, that's just something to keep in mind. Good morning. And then also all of the Artist Alley tables are like right up against each other, so there's no space in between neighbors. To exit your row, you have to like walk all the way down. Anime Frontier does require all of the artists to keep the area behind them empty so that everybody has like space to walk through. So I think it's been working pretty well. I did notice that there was a lot of inconsistencies between each row. Like some spaces were like really tight, but others had like some artists had like really like big spaces in between. So I guess if you're lucky you get a bigger space, and if not then you're sardined for the whole weekend. We're just gonna vent today and hopefully it's a good wrap up of Anime Frontier. It's 1 p.m. and so that's about halfway through day 3 of Anime Frontier, and I think today's been pretty good. I think that the shirts have been doing well still. I don't think anything has really changed in terms of like sales patterns. Charms and shirts have been doing good. My Dandadan charm, which is one of my new products, is doing the best. He's going really strong, as well as the Turbo Granny phone charm. And then surprisingly enough, I think my Terriermon charm is doing pretty good, which I'm happy about because Terriermon's my favorite Digimon. So I'm glad I'm finding people who also like him. I think in terms of just like vibe-wise, I've been having a good time because everybody's just been like really nice. I'm really grateful for everybody who's stopping by. A lot of people have told me that you guys watch my videos, and that's really sweet. Thank you. I hope that you guys enjoy the stickers that I had. I'm almost out. I only have like 3 left. But I've also been giving them out to friends, so yeah, so if you came by to grab a sticker, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. But yeah, so we still have halfway through day 3, the last day to go through, and I will check back in later. We have about 20 minutes until the end of Anime Frontier, and I just double checked the numbers, and I did a little bit better than Friday, which isn't that much, so it was pretty slow today, but I did feel like I was doing okay, just because I think I still sold like a good amount of shirts, and I'm still happy that like my new charms did pretty well. Overall, I still feel pretty good. Again, this is a local con for me, so my expenses are really low, so I think it's definitely still worth it for me to try to come back next year. And overall, I think I had a pretty good time. I was lucky enough to get placed next to a lot of my friends, and I also had a lot of out-of-state friends come in, and it was so nice to see everybody, and like I got to meet some people that I've been mutuals with for a long time but never met in person, and so I finally got to meet some people. And yeah, so still really good vibes, and if they would have me again, I would love to come back to Anime Frontier. Just a future note to anybody who is looking to vend at Anime Frontier next year. So for the signal, I actually did not have any problems this year with like connection or anything. I am on T-Mobile, so if you have T-Mobile, you might be okay in the Fort Worth Convention Center, but I did hear some other people had issues, and they had AT&T. So just something good to keep in mind if you're looking to vend here. We're just gonna finish out the last like 20 minutes or so of Anime Frontier, and then we're gonna pack up and head home. Anime Frontier is officially over. Woo! If you guys stopped by my table this weekend, I just want to say thank you so much for coming and taking a look at my little guys. And I hope that you guys had a good time at Anime Frontier, and hopefully I can come back next year, but we'll see. And if you are watching my vlogs, I also want to say thank you for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully there will be more to come for 2025. But yeah, so that's about it, and we are gonna wrap up, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next video. Bye!